Something you might not know are the properties of a sphere. Perfectly symmetrical, no edges do appear. A surface with no angles, and all distances the same. No complicated edges, and no points to lay the frame. Columbus in his mighty quest proclaimed the earth not flat. Though spherical it may appear, it is in fact but that. If the earth were smooth as snooker balls, the ocean bed would seep across the globe and drown the islands 12,000 feet deep. If all earth points were equal to the centre of its core, what flaws in the geometry would we have to adore? Would snowflakes all be shaped the same as hexagon or square? Would pearls still melt in vinegar, no shine left to repair? Would Italy still stray from 17 and Japan 4? Would Sigmund Freud's fear of fresh ferns have fought his wit at war? Would honeybees have hairy eyes, but Mona Lisa none? Would snakes have to grow ears instead of hearing with their tongue? Would the King of Hearts been murdered for refusing a moustache? And would Anne Boleyn's sixth finger have snaffled with her brash? What if we never saw the thorn upon a blooming rose? If money were no object, and no poverty arose? If all the skies were lit with sun, and never came the rain? If Polaroids were crisp, without their glitches or their grain? What if we took the sickness from in sickness and in health, and everything was spherical with a smooth edge of wealth? Would clouds have learnt to fly higher in daytime than at night? Would fireflies have learnt that in the dark you need a light? Would cockroaches have grew to live 9 days without a head, and butterflies to taste without a mouth but feet instead? If the 576 megapixels of our sight saw everything in colour and without a black or white? Would Eve have bit the apple for no reason but of chance? Would ancient Greeks have transformed circle patterns into dance? Would World War II Oscars have been made of gold and not wood, and Louis XIX ruled France for more than quarter hour if he could? Would flamingos have learned to eat with heads beneath their feet, and Japan turned watermelons square to stack them nice and neat? Would Van Gogh have seen yellow as the colour of a house? Would man have found the pieces of his puzzle in a spouse? The earth is struck by lightning but 8 million times a day, 100 times a second that a sun ray burns away. And though the only planet that's not named after a god, a sphere of perfect symmetry on earth would seem quite odd. Something you might not know might be that spheres never grow, and never know what means to find something they might not know. My favourite advert is the Honda Cogs advert from 2009. I think it's simple, clever, it's engaging. I think it's beautifully shot. It's all in one take, which is great. And it reminds me of something I would have done as a kid to impress my mum, and I love it.